Hi everyone, welcome back to Lovely Lavender Wishes. It's Renee and I hope you're having a very blessed day today. So today I'm going to try to get this page done before my husband comes home. He has been out of town all week and he's meant to be coming home at any time today. So we'll see. He'll probably walk in right in the middle of the video, but hey, that's okay. He'll just have to wait a little bit. But anyways, y'all, today we're going to be in John chapter 13. We're talking about Jesus washing the disciples' feet. If you haven't read this, go and read it and read what the commentary says on this. I mean, I just love this. It's Jesus just showing the love he has for his disciples and showing kind of like the authority and the grace that he has and giving them an example of what they should do once he's gone. I mean, he's doing this right before he's betrayed by Judas, right before he gets arrested. You know, this is at the Last Supper, you know, the last Passover that they celebrate together. But the verse that I really want to focus on today, and it's really not about Jesus washing the disciples' feet, but I mean, it is because it's in the story, but I'm looking at it as a different, in a different light, I guess. It's verse 7. In verse 6, it says, Jesus is, he's washing all the feet of all the disciples, and he comes to Simon Peter, who said to him, Lord, do you wash my feet? Like he's asking him, like, Lord, don't wash my feet. And Jesus answered him, what I am doing you do not understand now, but afterward you will understand. And then Peter goes on to say to him, you shall never wash my feet. And then Jesus answered him, well, if I don't wash you, you have no share with me, meaning you're not my disciple, kind of like if you don't let me wash you. And then Simon Peter, he gets, he cracks me up because Peter says, Lord, not only wash my feet, but also my hands and my head. Like he's just like, fine, wash all of me then, because I want to prove to you that, I'm in this. And it goes on, but I mean, there's actual comedy in the Bible if you look at it from that perspective. Simon Peter's like, fine, don't just wash my feet, but, bathe me, wash all of me, and I just find that a little, comedic there. But like I said, the verse I'm focusing on is verse 7. And that's the verse that says, what I am doing, you do not understand now, but afterward you will understand. And I think, especially after the year we've had with COVID and with just everything going on, and I know I've gone through stuff, I know many of you have gone through stuff. I printed this out. It says, you may not understand now, but be patient and have faith, because one day we will understand. We'll understand why things are going on the way they're going on, or why things happen the way they happen. And until then, we need to be patient and have faith. And so that verse just really stuck out at me. So I am going to underline this. So Jesus answered him, verse 7, what I am doing you do not understand now, but afterward you will understand. Okay, and what I'm going to do, since I forgot to do it before I turn on the camera, is I'm going to grab a couple pieces of paper to put under this page and this page to protect, make sure I don't get paint on all these other pages. And I did not prep these pages just for the fact, I probably should. Maybe we should do that really quick. I'm gonna grab, let's see, a little bit of gesso so y'all can see how I do this. I'm gonna grab a piece of paper towel, I just rip a piece of paper, paper towel, and I'm just gonna smear this on really quickly because I really don't even know what I'm all gonna do on this page. It's gonna be a random page. I mean, I've got an idea of what I kind of want to do, but the plan never sticks. And that always happens to me, is where my pages will start crinkling up. So all I do is dip my paper towel into the gesso, and I just smear it all over the page, just like so. I am going to do some texture paste. I know you all had some fun when we did some texture paste on another page. I got so many comments about how many people really enjoyed the texture paste. So we're going to do it again, just because I enjoy it as well. This is going to be a mixed media page, meaning we are going to be using, stenciling, washi tape, some napkin decoupage, some printables, some texture paste, a little bit of a variety of things. Okay, so as you can see, I just literally just smear it on. I try to smooth it out. I need to pull these sleeves up, y'all, because I'm gonna get them in everything. And then I just kind of go back. I probably have missed a few spots. If you want to make sure you don't miss a few spots, go over it a couple times. I just don't. You know, I am haphazard with this whole thing. So let's just dry it really quickly. Let me grab this over here. Okay, what is going on? There we go. It's caught on something. So I'm gonna just dry this. You could just let it sit out and dry on its own. Well, while this is drying, or while we're drying this, I'll go over a little bit of kind of the notes I had for this. The printable I am using, this printable, is called Face the Future from Diane Noble. She posted it in one of my Facebook groups. So if you're not in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, you might not be able to get that printable because I'm not sure if she sells them or not. But you can find any printable of a woman's face if you want to kind of do the same type of thing I'm going to do. I'm using flowers as well. So just print out some flowers or use some flower stickers or whatever you have. I'm all about using what you have. You don't have to go out and buy things. If you want to do a page similar, just kind of look around what you have. You can cut out a picture of a lady from a magazine. You can put your own portrait here because it's talking about you being patient. So you don't have to have, you know, exact same images. I get that a lot. People are always like, where can I buy this? And, you know, I do definitely want to support people who have Etsy shops and all that. And I, you know, shout out to them all the time whenever I use their stuff or purchase something or, you know, whatever. And, but again, I'm also all about using what you have. I have so much stuff that I seriously do not need to buy anything else. And yet I still do, y'all, I still do. Okay, so it's all gessoed up, nice and ready. What I'm using here, this is Tim Holtz, some tissue paper that I got, I think, at like Joann's or Michael's or something. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put her down here. And I really like these flowers here. So I am going to just kind of tear this out. This is kind of like, you know what? I forgot. This tissue paper is a little bit harder to tear out. So I'm gonna put my brush in water and I am going to take the water and hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier to tear out. A little bit easier. It's not as easy as napkins. It's a little thicker than napkins. It's a tissue paper type. But if you put water on it, just like with napkins, it makes it easier to tear out. And I'm doing it the hard way. I should just do it flat, but I'm not. As usual. As usual. So I'm gonna like just decoupage that right down here at the bottom. So what I do is I grab my gesso and it looks like I am getting low on this. I'm gonna run out, so I'm gonna have to get some more. I just put some water on it and then I just smear it across the bottom here and I start where I want it. If I can get it on there straight. And I'm actually gonna just put it right here through the crease right there. And then I flip it over and just continue up. And I just kind of just slather it on real quick. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then you just flatten it out. And then I'm going to go over it. So I'm gonna put more water on there. Oops, let's get this side. So that gets all in there. Then I'm gonna go over the top. That helps, whoops, well, that fell off. Actually, let's see if we can kind of stick some of this back on. A little bit of it, maybe not. I think I just tore it all. Yep, forget it. We'll just go with what we got. I'm just shoving that in the crease right there. So this helps seal it to the page. It also helps smooth out any little crinkles. It helps makes it translucent. Since there's no words behind here, I really don't care if this part's translucent or not. So I just really want to kind of seal it to the page real quick. So I'm just gonna go over it super quick. Okay. Have all these pieces. I think that'd be cool coming out of there, out of the side. So I'm just gonna take the water and pull this. Maybe have this coming out of the side here. I'm just gonna be working on both sides of the page. Like I said, this is gonna be like a mixed media. Mixed media means you're using a variety of different mediums. You're not just using one thing, like not just colored pencils or whatever. So anytime you use a variety of mediums or art forms, you can say, I am doing mixed media. Someone says, what are you doing? Or how'd you do that? Oh, I used mixed media on my page. That just means you use a variety of different forms of art. Okay, we need something up there. Ooh, yeah, look at this flower. Let's do that flower. So I'm gonna pull that off. I'm gonna kind of clean this off a little bit down at the bottom. Ooh, I don't want that whole thing to come off. Okay, we'll fix that. And the thing with all this stuff is you can always like piece it back together. So if you tear it, don't freak out. You can always piece it back together and you'll never know it was torn. As you can see, I just literally just throw stuff on. And I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but we shall see. We shall see. Okay, my shirt is like getting all discombobulated on me. Okay, so see, so something like this that's torn, you just kind of go in, and a lot of this is probably going to get covered anyways, because I think I'm going to go in with some stenciling and some texture paste over all this, maybe some gesso, so who knows what's actually going to show through by the time I'm done with this whole thing. But again, it's all about the layers and gives you the dimension and all that on your page. Okay, so while we're doing this, okay, I want to continue talking about, let's see, I'm trying to figure out what I want here though first. Do you want another flower? Oh, these little flowers are cute. Maybe just some of that hanging down. That's pretty dark though. I don't want it to cover up my verse. So maybe we'll just do this little, I'll just use what I have here on the end. I like these letters too. And numbers. Maybe we'll just go like that. Okay. So Jesus here, he's, showing his, like I said earlier, he's showing his authority, his grace to his disciples. And if you do a word study on patience, there are so many verses. Okay, I'm trying to make sure it doesn't cover that verse right there. I want to make sure I keep that open. Okay, so if you do a word study on patience, that can take you down a rabbit hole in the Bible. Some of my favorite verses, I mean, you all know, like, patience is a fruit of the Spirit. It's a virtue and a fruit of the Spirit. My mom used to always say, patience is a virtue. And I used to hate when she'd say that. I'd like, stop. Every time I got impatient, she's like, Renee, patience is a virtue. And I'd be like, I know that. And I don't have it right now. But it is a virtue, and it's one of the, fruits of the Spirit. It's a sign of someone who absolutely trusts God. And I know that a lot of times my patience is tested. So I'm like, okay, Lord, I need some more trust in you. But a couple of my favorite verses of patience is Romans 12:12. It says, be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Let me think. Philippians, let's see, 4:6 is another one of mine. That one is, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. I love that one. I also love, what is it? Galatians, I think it's 8 or 9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. So it's about not giving up. So anytime the Lord is doing something that you don't understand now, just have patience and know that he's got a plan. Okay, so let's dry this. And while I'm drying, we'll continue to talk a little bit. So here, Jesus is talking to Peter. And when you look up these words, or like I guess it's the emphasis of the words, or like the tense of the words, or whatever, I guess it is. It's showing that the wording here is where a disciple or a follower should have absolute, like Jesus is speaking, like he should have absolute trust, his disciple, in the wisdom of his master. So the wording here is kind of like it's emphasizing and signifying that the disciple or the student should have absolute trust in the wisdom of his master. So I thought that was pretty cool when I read that. There's many things that we don't know about or that are mysteries to us. For example, like how did God create the world? Or, what's this thing about providence or salvation or grace? How can God give us so much grace? Or even like things like the Trinity, things that maybe we just can't wrap our head around. And they're mysteries to us and we don't understand them now. But we also have to realize that, God knows, and one day we'll know. And, I don't know if you've all heard all that, but that saying, like, when you get to heaven, are you going to have, like, a bunch of questions to ask God? And I think I will, but then again, at that point, I don't think I'm going to care. Like, I'll be like, hey, I'm here, woohoo! Like, I'll be like, Lord, I want to learn everything. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to want all my questions answered, or if maybe we get there and all our questions are just kind of answered for us. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be so interesting to see. But there are so many things on this earth that we just don't understand yet, but we have to just trust that God has a plan. So again, we might not understand now, but I think one day, and it says in a lot of scriptures that one day we will understand. So let's move on with crafting. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I have some washi tape pieces here, and I love like these time pieces too. So it's like we don't understand now, but maybe one day we'll understand. So this is washi tape, and it comes in like different like little squares of pictures, I guess. And so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just starting to cut. I love that time piece. I'm trying to find my girl here. She's gonna sit right here. So I'm wondering if I want to put, maybe if she sits like right there, maybe this timepiece like, or maybe the timepiece up here. Yeah, maybe we'll just put the timepiece up here. Again, I think a lot of this is going to start getting covered. And I have this washi tape with numbers on it. And I thought this was cool because, that other thing with patience is like when you start to blow your top, what do they tell you to do? Count to 10, right? And so this washi tape, I was like, oh, it's got numbers on it. It's like when my patience is tested, I have to like sit and count. And so that's what this washi tape signifies to me. And again, I try to use washi tape and images that are reminding me of the verse in some shape or form, or that talk to me about the verse. So I'm gonna just use it, and let's put some over here. And just cut it there. Maybe put some down here. See, am I in camera for y'all down here at the bottom? Again, just use what you have. Figure out what speaks to you. I might put some more washi tape. Let's put maybe some going across here. Again, it's going to be kind of like that other page we did where you just put washi tape in a variety of different areas, put images down in a variety of different areas. Again, it might not all be here when we're done. It might be covered up. A lot of it might be covered up, but we shall see. Ooh, I love this. This is how I use my washi tape a lot of times. I've cut out pieces of it. Oh, I love that. I'm going to tear this, I think. Maybe just put this here. We'll see. I was going to put some of these other flowers too. Maybe. Right there. Maybe right there. And then I've got all these little pieces that I just tore off. And we'll just stick them on the page as well. For just little pieces. Okay, I don't know, little doodads here and there. Okay, I'm trying to think what else. Okay, I want her to stand out, so let's see. I have these flowers. Wait, which ones? These flowers also went with this printable, and they're the same that are in her hair, and I thought those would be really pretty down here as well. Okay. Y'all, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Okay, this was printed on sticker paper, so that will fade into the back if I don't I mean, I could just glue it like that, but I think I want to pull off the sticker paper. So too much to think about, y'all. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this white gesso now. Let me cover this gesso. I'm going to take my white gesso and I'm going to push some of this to the back, meaning it's too dark right now. So I'm going to take some of this white gesso. I'm actually just going to open the top here like this and just stick my brush in. So this is white gesso. My other one was clear gesso, transparent gesso. This is white gesso. So I'm going to kind of go through this a little bit, just in certain spots, see, and just push the images back a tad. Not all of them, and not everywhere, but some spots. So if anything's ever too dark for you, you can take white paint, white gesso, and push it back. Or go over it, which means it'll, you know, fade it out a little bit. I'm losing all my vocabulary, y'all, again. Okay, let's let that dry a little bit. While that's drying, I do want to focus again on this verse. If you break up this verse, Jesus answered him, "What I am doing." The first thing you notice is what I am doing. When you don't understand something, realize that the Lord is doing something active, because what I am doing means he's doing something active. So in our life, he's working through us. He's working in us and through us. He works according to his plan in love for our good. He never makes a mistake. So right here, just from that, what I am doing, you know he's doing something active. So even if you don't understand it or it doesn't look like he's working, he is. He's doing something active. And it says, you do not understand now. So it just means it's temporary. We don't understand it, what's going on now, but what we do know is we need to walk in the truth and walk in the light of what we do know. So even if God is doing something and you don't understand why he's doing it, just keep walking, just keep going, and go according to what you do know and the truth that you do understand. It might not make sense, but God is a God of order and of plan. And if you just walk according to what you're sure of, eventually he will show you things. So you just, again, it's like that verse that says, he lights up just the path before us. He gives us enough light to keep us on our way, but we don't know what's way ahead of us, if that makes sense, okay? And then if you take the next part of the sentence, it says, but afterward you will understand, or in not a too far future you will understand. So we are called upon, when we don't understand things, to, number one, believe him, believe that he's working. Number two, accept his direction and his instruction and trust him. So those are the three things we need to do: is believe him, accept his direction and instruction, and trust him. And then we will understand someday. The Bible does mention in many places that the glory of the Lord, the glory of God, will reveal all in his time. And if you want to look up these verses, Isaiah 40 verse 5 is a great verse about that. Romans 8:18 is a really good verse about that. And 2 Corinthians 4:15 through 18. Those are really good verses about how the glory of God will be revealed all in his time. So, I love this. It's like, if you break up the sentence even, it shows you so much. He's being active. We might not understand, but walk in the stuff that we do understand. And one day we will understand, and trust that he's a God of order. He has his plan. He's doing it for our good, whatever it may be. Okay, let's finish drawing this, and then we're going to finish crafting. I'm going to quit talking, y'all, about all this. I really want to... I was trying to let this dry a tad on its own so it didn't bubble up while I was trying to dry this. Okay, well, while that is finishing drying, what I'm going to do is figure out this part. So this was on sticker paper, clear sticker paper. And so I'm thinking I'm going to put that there. So we're going to bring some of the pink and the flowers to this side. I always like to bring, have congruency, vocabulary, y'all, on both sides of the page. So it's clear sticker paper. So now let me see. And once you stick this stuff down, usually it's down. So I want to make sure it's the way I want it. I want that clock to show. And then this one, I just kept on white. So I'm going to kind of do layers here. And this is sticker paper. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to glue this one. So I'm going to grab my glue stick. I want this one to be a little different angle than the other one. And then make sure you get all the little edges down. I'm always bad about that. I get them eventually. And then, come on. We can do it. We can do it. And then I'm gonna put that down. And actually, now that I did that, I think I like the one on top, but we'll see if I can get it off. There we go. Ooh, just that little piece right there came off. I'm gonna put this underneath. I like that on top. Okay, my glue stick is not. There we go. Okay, so we've got some of the pink over there. And then I got this Tim Holtz stencil. It's kind of like a stained glass or flowery stencil. I thought this would be cool. So Tim Holtz sells these stencils in like these sets. So I guess you can get them like this on the Tim Holtz, you know, probably at Joann's or other places, or even the Tim Holtz website. I wanted to show you all, I get these packets of stencils from Amazon. You can get a packet of like 25 to 50 stencils, and they're all different kinds. You can pick which kinds you want, which sets you want, and then in each set. So some of these I've gotten from AliExpress, and some I've gotten from Amazon. So they come in packets of 25 or 50 different stencils. I think these were like mandala stencils, which are, you know, have got like different flowers and patterns and stuff. But if you're looking for like a variety of stencils, they're cheap little, you know, plastic stencils, but I use them all the time and I love them. So you can go on AliExpress or Amazon and you can get them for a pretty good price for the amount of stencils you get. I don't remember the price. I think it was only like $15 for a bunch of stencils. So you might want to, you know, check that out. Okay, so since this, let me see. Since this has this color in it, I was going to try to, I'm debating if I want to even push this back even farther. I don't know, maybe not. I'm gonna do some stenciling here in the background, and then on her over here, and then over here. So I'm gonna take this color, I'm gonna try to mix this color with my texture paste. Let me grab my texture paste. So you can use any kind of texture paste. I've had questions. I have the Light and Fluffy modeling paste by TCW. It looks like marshmallows. Everyone, you know, I always say, oh, I want to eat it once I open it. And I love the smell of it too. I don't know why. It's that art side coming out of me. But let me move this real quick. I'm gonna move this to the side. And I'm gonna take my texture paste here. I have a glass piece here. And I picked Aged Mahogany, Spiced Marmalade, and Rusty Hinge. I'm not sure how those colors are going to go. But I wanted to try to match, at least in some shape or form, this color with the texture paste. So I'm going to grab some texture paste here. And ooh, look at that already. Look at how luscious that looks. So you just take some ink and you can just mix your texture paste. And actually, I don't want it to be perfectly blended. I want it to kind of have these streaks and stuff. And I'm gonna try a little bit of this Aged Mahogany and see. Oh yeah, that'll get that dark in it. Okay, good. Let's put some right here. As I'm getting texture paste everywhere. Oh, I love that. See, look at those swirls. Ooh, so pretty. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm getting excited. The more you mix it, the more it will blend. So I'm trying not to mix it as much. If y'all can see that, like I've got different streaks and stuff in there. Now I also want, I think Rusty Hinge, is that, oh, that's another, I want some brown. Let me see if I could find a dark brown. Let me grab my ink. Oh, we got walnuts. Let's see. Well, let's try maybe a little bit of this walnut. Get some brown streaks. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll have some really orange streaks there. And then we'll have some really brown ones here. So I have like little patches here. And we can take a little bit of, a few of all of them. A little bit of both, okay. So now, let me cover this up. So you don't need a lot of texture paste, and it'll go a long way. You just put it over your stencil, very, you know, just a very thin coat. So let me pull this back here. Oh, try not to make a mess and get it all messy in the thing. Okay, let me make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is put some behind her head here. Okay, so right about there is where I want it. And I'm going to take a little bit of the brown and just put it in areas there. As you can see, I just scrape over the top. Then I want some of this like marmalade orange. And again, I want it all jagged. I don't want it perfectly straight or anything. Now I'm gonna scrape it off and let's put some down here. Ready for the reveal. Look how pretty that is. Oh, love it. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do, and try not to mess this up, I'm gonna put just a little bit right here because I want it, there we go, to go kind of up that side. Okay, so let me grab some paper towel and I'm gonna wipe this off because I don't want it to some of it seeped under and I don't want to make a mess on my next stenciling. This is why my hands get all dirty, all my nails get dirty, and I can never have nice nails, y'all. Never, never, but that's okay. I want it coming out from this side as well, but here's my verse, so I don't want to cover my verse. So I'm gonna scrape some of this off. And I just kind of want it to come like that. Let's do some brown. I want it to go over my my washi tape as well as some of this down here. I'm scraping off the excess because you don't need that much. Look at that, y'all. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm gonna put a little bit down here. I'm gonna put a bunch everywhere, I think. I think we're just gonna kind of go hog wild with this now, a little bit, just a tad. Just put it in different areas. Okay, I've got some right there. We'll just there. And then I definitely wanted some on her, but let's put some at the bottom here. I want to put it over her head. So now we have to dry this because I'm gonna put some on top of her, if that makes sense. Another layer. Okay, is any side looking like we're missing something? Okay, so now, where'd my paper towel go? Wipe this off. You want to try to wipe these down as fast as possible because the texture paste will get hard on your stencils. You want to soak them in the water once you're done. I'll put these in the water or wash them off. But for now, I'll just do that. Okay, so let's dry that. And this texture paste usually dries very quickly, so but a couple of spots are a little thicker than others, so I want to make sure that we get them dry, especially since I'm going to glue over it. I like the clocks because it's reminding me that it's not on my time, it's on God's time. I have to be patient when I don't understand what's going on. And he will reveal it to me at some point. Might not be in this lifetime, but you know, I will understand what's going on at one point. Yeah, this one was a little bit thicker than the rest. Well, this one and this one right here, so I gotta... The thicker you put the paste on, the more you're gonna have to dry it. Make sure that it gets completely dry. We put her there. Actually, I might not want to put anything on her. That might be enough. Because I like how she stands out like that. I don't know if I want to put any. I was thinking of putting some here and overlaying her, but I kind of don't want to do that right now that I'm seeing it. So, change of plans, y'all. We'll just keep it the way it is. I like how that kind of covered that area. Yeah. Okay, I think that was a little tacky a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna put some glue down on this washi tape. Again, with washi tape, sometimes you might want to glue down because it tends to come up. Oh, I love it, y'all. I'm loving it. And look, I still have all of this texture paste left over. So see, you only need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. Okay, let's try. That looks like that's all dry. Okay, so now we're going to figure out where we're gonna put her and the flowers. That's a sticker one. Let's see, I think I'm gonna, yeah, cover those up. Okay, so now with this one, I'm going to use my Beacon, this is just foam and poster board adhesive, instead of a glue stick because I need it to stick on top of this texture paste. And it might get a little bubbly here. So what I'll do is smear it around with my finger probably. The thing with when you're using these wet glues, you'll get the, you know, you'll see the little lines and marks, I guess. Does that make sense, y'all? Unless you go in with like a brush or something, I'm just gonna smear it with my finger and flatten all this out so then I don't get those little bumps and bubbles and stuff behind the picture. The ripples and this is how you get all messy, even more. You could do it with a brush or anything, but okay, so we're gonna put her right there. And I kind of like it. She kind of fades into all this. And that's kind of what I feel like when I don't understand what's going on. I feel like there's like chaos going on around me. And that's kind of, I don't know. This page is kind of signifying that for me in some way. Okay, and then put these flowers down and then we'll see what else I'll just leave that. And then this one maybe like, yeah, like that. That's the other thing. If you're not sure, just kind of move your pictures around, move your pieces around and see what calls out to you. Sometimes you'll place it down, you're like, I'm not feeling it, it's just not working that way. Just kind of maybe switch it around a little bit and you're like, ooh, I like it that better that way. You know, I don't know. I'm always wiggling things around and moving things around, trying to see what works for me or what catches my eye. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just whatever. Okay, so I have all of these flowers. Let me see, I've got this one. I've got way more. Where'd they all go? I printed a bunch out and cut a bunch out because I wasn't sure how many I was going to use, but I'm thinking I might want some hanging over the top. But I thought I had, where'd they all go, y'all? Let me see. Oh, here they all are. Here's a few under here. Let's see what else. Okay, I think that's it. So I have a book under here to hold this up. You know what? I think I might. This is on sticker paper, but I think I am going to just glue it like that because if I take the sticker off, it'll fade so far into the background. All this will come through and I want this to stand out. So, okay, so let me move all this and figure out. So I have a sticker here, and I'm thinking maybe have that kind of peeking out there. We want some pink up there. I'm trying to bring the colors in. Okay, so let's see. Maybe like that. Nope, maybe not. Maybe like that. Yeah, that is better to me. Oh my gosh, it's really stuck. Okay, now I'm gonna cut this part. It's a hard angle here. I'll just tear that. Okay, I got the pink up there. Maybe I'll just cut that little piece off here. And since I have this, have that coming right there. Okay, I don't know, y'all. I'm just literally playing with what I got here. We have this little one. Maybe right there about a clock, perhaps. This is a sticker. And this is paper. I'm wondering if I want to do maybe not anything there. Or do I want a little one right here? Maybe that one's too big. What y'all think? I want the numbers to show. Maybe like that. Okay, so this is a sticker. Is this? Yes, but do I want it as a sticker or do I want it as a... I think I'm gonna just glue it the way it is. Okay. I'm always printing stuff on sticker paper and then deciding not to use it. Oh well. Oh well. So you may not understand now, but be patient and have faith. Let's stick that right up here. And then this one. Come on. I'm gonna kind of tuck that. How did I have it, y'all? That's just gonna go there. Or do I want it as a sticker? I don't know. I think I'll do a sticker. We'll try it. I keep changing my mind. Yeah, we'll just leave that. Okay, that is about it. Oh, wait a second, wait. I forgot one thing. Hang on, let me cover this up. So I did have this other thing. This is another Tim Holtz. Apparently I love Tim Holtz. They're called Small Talk Menus Propos. This one's casual, Charla Casual. And you get like all these sheets of, you get 296 stickers. You get sheets in white, like 3 sheets in white and then 3 sheets in black. And I was gonna put some of these, I think I was gonna put some of these on here. Oh, like look, when nothing is sure, everything is possible. That's cool. Let's see, great things take time. So the adventure begins. Let's see, I'm trying to find things that will resonate with this verse. Let's see. Look on the bright side. I thought there was, let's see. Oh yeah, here. Always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. I really like that because the God could be working. Let's see. Hold tight and pretend it's a plan. Oh, that's really good for this one. So you may not understand now, but be patient and have faith. So hold tight and pretend it's a plan. Oh, I like that one. So let's figure out where we can put that one. I'm going to put that right there. Let's see. Live each day with grace and authenticity. I like that too. Attitude is everything, especially when you're waiting for things. It's all perspective. Look on the bright side. Oh gosh. Be open to whatever comes next. Oh, that's cool. And make today count. Embrace the journey. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Live every day with intention. Okay, I really love this one. Always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. So that one is gonna go kind of like right here, I think. Always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. Ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Be fearless. Good things are going to happen. Oh my gosh, there's so many, y'all. Okay, let's find like a little one. The journey is the destination, or let's see, what was the other one? It's all perspective. Look on the bright side. Oh, be open to whatever comes next. I really like that. Be open. I'm gonna put that one right here. So when you don't understand what's going on, be open to whatever comes next. Always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. Hold tight and pretend that's the plan. Am I in camera, y'all? Right here. And there we go. There's our page. I'm trying to think, do I want any other ones? I just keep adding more, y'all. So fun. I might add a couple more. Maybe one right up here. Let's see. Make today count. I like that. Even when you're waiting and you don't understand what's going on, make today count. So I'm gonna put that right there, right in the middle there. Okay, well, there we go, y'all. There's our mixed media page. And I keep adding more, but I think I should stop at this point. So let me move all this. Okay, so let me pull this up to the top. So we use a little bit of tissue decoupage. We use some texture paste. We use washi tape. We use some of these little word phrases. We use washi tape here. There's the bottom. You can just cut out some flowers. Again, if you don't have this printable, just find another woman's face or page or picture, or put your picture there. And then I always like carrying over the image at least a little bit to the other page. So that's what it looks like all together. And here's the verse. So today we focused on John chapter 13, verse 7. Jesus answered him, "What I am doing you do not understand now, but afterward you will understand." So here it says, you may not understand now, but be patient and have faith. So thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun. I think these types of pages lately have been like my favorite types of pages to do, these mixed media. I have kind of like a little plan, and then it always veers off, and I always am pleasantly surprised at the end with what I end up. And this one, again, is another one that I had no idea how it was going to turn out, but I really, really like it, and I'm pleasantly surprised. So thanks, y'all, for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Keep creating and stay in the Word. Bye, y'all.